I'm not sure about anyone else, but I'm keeping my eyes on the prize men. I'm not sure about anyone else. I am aware that there are a lot of diversions at the moment, but the bankers are aware of what we are aware of. Hear me out, and here is the documentation right here, gentlemen. Honestly, I have never seen something quite like this before. The video that I have for you today is primarily about the important event that is going to take place in the near future, as well as how I want to make the most of that event. Due to the fact that they always do, we might as well. Take a look at this, shall we? Please explain why you anticipate a significant reset of the global financial system. This is completely ridiculous. It is possible to make virtually any modification to our monetary system so long as the primary trading partners around the world are willing to accept the modifications. On the other hand, because of the delicate nature of this matter, nothing can be mentioned in public. That is somewhat peculiar, isn't it? Are you of the opinion that the fact that there is just one community in the cryptocurrency world is extremely strange? Is this the reason why the Riddlers in the XRP community are? The presence of Riddlers and the connection to XRP are both present. They say things in a childlike manner, in riddles, or in cartoons because they are unable to speak anything in public. Wait, nothing can be stated in public. Do you agree? All public statements regarding a new Plan B will be rendered useless. The financial markets. Prepare plan right away. In order to plan a reset, central planners are aware that the only way to do it is to do so in complete mystery. Because of this, investors need to pay attention to what central bankers actually do rather than what they say, and they should also get themselves ready in plenty of time. Can you tell me about the gold market? To tell you the truth, we are quite knowledgeable about purchasing. Exactly. This group of bankers, these individuals, although I am not certain of the origin of that document, it appears that they are aware of the fact that there is a planned event that will either bring the financial system to a halt or cause it to crash, and that they are immediately presenting a new solution to the problem. For the time being, I'm going to take a moment to stop on the catalyst that we are going to utilize for this change, all right? And before we get into it, let's talk about Bitcoin, which is a very interesting blockchain technology. And how Ripple is the one that has been selected. The newly published document is an actual declaration of war. According to the European Central Bank ECB, early adopters of Bitcoin take economic value from latecomers. So what are the repercussions of Bitcoin? All right. The European Central Bank is the source of this information. I can't believe I've heard this name just now. I mean, I seem to recall hearing that name before, don't you think? Possibly tied to Ripple, from what I understand. Permit me to conduct a brief search. I was aware of it. From the Bank for International Settlements BIs to a cross-border payments interoperability and extension, I knew it was coming. All right, gentlemen, let's come down here and have a look at this. It is insanity to let this happen. Okay, Ripple has stated it right here, and then his name is right here. People, okay, all right. Observe that. What is it? Ripple is being promoted by him, and he is basically opposing Bitcoin. This means that the wealth impacts on consumption of early Bitcoin holders can only come at the expense of consumption of the rest of society. If there is a permanent increase in the price of Bitcoin, then the existence of Bitcoin will result in the impoverishment of both non-holders and latecomers. Oh my goodness, guys, I am able to recognize his name right here. I recognize his name. It is the exact same name that they listed or labeled Ripple right here, guys, and Swift is also there, right? When we talk about financial transactions that take place across international borders, isn't it crazy? The statement made by Bill Gates is that if there was a simple way to short Bitcoin, I would do it. After that, Michael Saylor responded by saying that if you are someone who truly despises Bitcoin, then you might consider a short micro approach. I vow that we are not selling the proper thing, which means that one of these individuals will be wrong and one of these individuals will be right. Which of these individuals is it? Or are they going to be both correct and incorrect? Specifically, we pump here, and Michael Saylor is correct. Is that correct? As a dramatic matter, he is going to be going completely insane. Falls apart. Bill Gates is quite correct. However, they are both incorrect since, as a result, we will be going back up again. There will never be a return. The males are the only ones that are phoning. This is completely absurd. When you consider that even an official from the Federal Reserve has stated that Bitcoin has lost all of its value after 12 years, you would wonder what they know that the general public does not know. Guys, don't you think it's a little small bit strange? Observe what the European Central Bank has to say. As of the 30th of November in 2022, when the bear markets for cryptocurrencies were at their lowest point, here is the hate that Bitcoin guys have expressed. According to the European Central Bank ECB, the recent stability of Bitcoin was an intentionally produced last gasp before the rout would lead to irrelevant skies. Isn't it interesting that this is the final pump of the process, at the time of the catastrophe? At that point, Ripple had just emerged from beyond the legacy. The use of blockchain technology allows central banks to plot their course into the digital future. Oh, I see. When compared to the cost of a wire transfer, the cost of making a payment using Bitcoin is quite low. For this reason, it is necessary for individuals to receive education in order to comprehend that we are currently living in a digital feudalism, as I refer to it. Also, they need to educate themselves, and they need to make use of the appropriate instruments so that we do not find ourselves in a world similar to that of Big Brother 5 or 10 years from now. Exactly. Therefore, the mission is not yet complete, making a payment using cryptocurrency. And at this point, we take aim at the catalyst men. Globi News is the source of this fact. As it breaks, the Chinese military has been given orders to get ready for war by President Xi Jinping of China. Thus, let us give this some thought. Are you all aware of what is taking place at this very moment? It is for this reason that I believe a black swan might be approaching, gentlemen. In light of all of this, it is currently experiencing a trend. This appears to be the point at which the next black swan occurrence will be connected to this very moment, guys. However, I do not believe that the black swan event that is about to take place will be the moment of collapse. Rather, I believe that it will be the time that follows. On the other hand, Donald Trump asserts that for the time being, or advocates for the nuclear facilities of Iran to be struck as well. Guys, this is going to happen soon. Take a look at that in light of the fact that there will be a great deal of disorder and devastation in the not-too-distant future. Why do you think I am holding XRP? Would you like to know why I have XRP? Specifically, this is the cause for it. In addition to the fact that I consider it to be a safe haven asset or a secure hedge against disasters, I also believe that it will be one of the primary coins that will control the new system. The National Association of Crime Investigators (NACI) is conducting an investigation into a leak of highly confidential intelligence from the NACI regarding Israel's plans for reprisal against the other team. Exactly. The situation is not at all good, gentlemen. Did you take a look at that? Therefore, it is practically in plain sight of what is going to happen in the near future for them to reset in order for them to delete everything. The event is going to be coupled with one of these events, folks, right? To bring things back up to speed, I'm going to spend 2 minutes explaining why you are an idiot if you don't invest in XRP. It would be really appreciated if you guys would give this video a thumbs up because we are going to go into great detail this time around. Why am I holding on to XRP? In 2013, the Federal Reserve started seeking for speedier payment solutions. This was due to the fact that Ripple was selected to lead the new global digital payment system, and they use XRP. The Federal Payments Task Force was established 2 years later, and it was there that an action plan was developed. The World Bank and the Better Than Cash Alliance, which includes the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation, became a part of it in 2014. In 2014, the World Bank was the firm that concentrated on Ripple cryptocurrency. 1 year later, the Clinton Global Initiative, which is comprised of the governments of 32 countries, published a report regarding the opportunities that can be gained from digitizing payments. At the same time, the Better Than Cash Alliance featured one cryptocurrency company on their website, which is Ripple. Today, the Better Than Cash Alliance and all other United Nations initiatives are focused on a single agenda, which is the Sustainable Development Goals for 2030. You can see the SDGs logo on Bill Gates' lapel, as well as on the website of the Better Than Cash Alliance and on the official exchange of the United Nations. The XRP by the year 2025, the world will transition to a new international standard for the exchange of electronic messages between financial institutions. This standard is called ISO 2022, and the company that was the first ISO 2022 member to focus on distributed electric technology, Ripple, is one of the companies that has partnered with more than 300 financial institutions to include Bank of America, Santander with American Express and PNC, SBI and HSBC. It is Standard Chartered. Bank of England, BWEE, India, Thai province, the United Kingdom and Australia. The largest banks in Japan are located in Indonesia. Teresa, Egypt, Aegean region in East Asia, United Arab Emirates, USA. Teresa May, Morocco country, Bhutan, a Ripple from the south of Latin America, who had previously worked for the Federal Reserve and was in charge of overseeing Ripple, a former employee who was in charge of the digital asset. Asian of BlackRock, which is the largest asset manager in the world, is now driving the drive to create a CBDC in Australia. This individual was hired by a former treasurer of the United States-based Ripple. The addition of 2 former attorneys from the Federal Reserve to their board, Ripple, 2 former aides to President Clinton and President Obama, Germany's former Minister of Defense and Economy, former business director of SWIFT, former member of the SWIFT Board of Directors, and former chief financial officer of SWIFT. Okay, folks, I just want to take a moment to pause right there. But what's really strange is that